Hello, everyone. Dr. Allen here, and you're going to have to forgive me. I'm a little informal today, but I wanted to get this video done. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon, actually September 6th. I was outside doing some stuff, but I wanted to get this recorded, so maybe I could get this up a little early this weekend. So if you can bear with the hat, a little bit of a neon t-shirt, we'll go ahead and jump right into everything. Again, I'll try to keep this in the 15 to 20-minute range at most. There's actually not a whole lot that I need to cover in this week's video, mainly because what you're going to be doing will have a lot of the material in it and what you have to watch. So with that being said, let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and click our class. By the way, I just wanted to say everything so far has been great. I think I have all week 1 as of this recording. Everyone should have their grades up for that. If I have not posted something that you sent in from week 1, just let me know. I should have the websites. I usually try to operate once they should be all in on Sunday. I'll try to have those in pretty early the next week, all graded and such. And I'll let you know when those are posted. So with that being said, let's look at this week. This week is a very googly week, I guess, if that's a term. Googly, I guess it is. But if we scroll on down here, you'll see we're going to look at learning management systems, specifically Google Classroom. And I kind of want to look at everything that Google has to offer. So with that being said, there's going to be 2 things we're going to do this week. I'm going to kind of put the cart before the horse slightly here. I will have this website posted. I will also make sure to, of course, embed it on our Blackboard on our Brightspace location. But I have if you look at the syllabus, there is something called, I think I have it right down here, Google Classroom training. That's a little bit of I guess it's a little misleading in that it's a Google Tools for Educators training. And this is a spot that I had kind of stumbled upon this summer. It's a website where you go through, we're going to do a few of these this semester, mainly because I think they're nice little certificates you can put on your CV as you're trying to get hired. And especially in places like Maryland, and I think to an extent, Virginia, a lot of those schools use Google Classroom as their learning management system. My son's in a Maryland school, and I know they use Google Classroom specific. That's what they use it for everything. So basically, what I'm going to have you do for this link, if you look here, it's a training site. And it has different things. You have to go through each module and complete different things to get checked off. It has the times here. I kind of was writing them down just to kind of add them up again. It's roughly going to take about 2 hours to complete this with the assessment at the end. But let me say a couple of things. One, I made this due actually on the 22nd. So if you need an extra week to get it done, so you can start it and come back, start it and come back. That is fine. So if you have time and then you can kind of space it out over the next 2 weeks. I know the syllabus says that it's due the 15th. I'll take and clear up until the 22nd. So you will have plenty of time for this. But basically, as you go through, let me just click on one. As you see, it just goes over different tools you can use for with Google in the classroom. And you'll just start clicking each one and you'll just go boom. And then there's videos and it has little informational things, 21st century skills. And as you go through, you complete each one. Now, as you complete each one, you'll get a little check as you go through. And at the end, there is a test your knowledge on Google Basic Educational Foundations. I've done this myself. You should get a little like congratulatory thing. Make sure you take a picture of that. That's what you're going to submit. Or you can submit that you took the test and passed. I don't care. I'm not looking for a specific score. The score is not your grade for this assignment. The assignment is just that you completed. So if you could, once you complete the assessment, just provide something. Screenshot, certificate, anything that you took the test and you completed this. That is due on the 22nd. It gets into Google Forms and all. I could break each one down for you, but I think this will be definitely more efficient in showing you what everything Google has to do. Now, after you complete that or before, there's another kind of, I think, pretty simple assessment that's due this week. Let me go back out here, sorry. When you go in here, it says create a Google Classroom itself. So let's just go ahead and look at that. Hopefully I have it on here. I do. There's some information on Google Classroom. I have a feeling most everyone here has used Google Classroom. You do not, let me rephrase that. You definitely have to have a Google login to create it, but you will have schools have more access to tools that are in Google Classroom than maybe you will with a free account. Actually, I know that. And if you are currently in a school, especially if you're in the graduate section of this class, you might have a login with Google that you might use to create a class. I can't get into those, I guess is what I'm saying. So basically, make sure you create this with your own personal Google account. That's a lot easier way of saying it. If you have a school Google account, don't use that and share it with me because I won't have access to it because the school ones are blocked for outside emails and things like that. But make sure you have your Google account. And the assignment itself, I did put Quizlet on here, but I have a feeling most people know what Quizlet is at this time. There's some, whoops, I'll cut that on there. But for the Google assignment, as you can see, there's a PowerPoint. I will, kind of walk you through this here in a second. But if you need it, here's everything on here with regarding Google Classroom. But the assignment itself, let me go back up here. A lot of clicking. Open. There it goes. All right, what are you going to do? You're going to do the certification thing that's due on the 22nd. This is actually due on the 15th. What you're going to do is you're going to view the video in Google Classroom. You'll get some of that in the class itself. Make sure you have a Google account. You're going to create a Google Classroom space. And on that, you're going to post an announcement. You're going to embed a YouTube video, and you're going to create an assignment. If I can spit that out, it's a Friday afternoon. Sorry, with a hyperdoc. I think I mentioned what a hyperdoc was before, but in case I did not, and in case you didn't catch it in the Google's training site, a hyperdoc is basically one of those documents that when you create it in Google, other people can work on, and you can share it, and it's like a live doc. Like for example, when I used to do group work sometimes and students would all have their Chromebooks, they would all have a shared doc and they could work on it. Like maybe they're making a presentation. One would be working on one slide in Google Slides. Another one would be working on another slide in Google Slides, but it would all be one thing. So it's a live doc. That's a hyperdoc. Basically, I want you to put something in your Google Classroom, whether it's a sign-up sheet, it can be a PowerPoint, anything like that in the Google Classroom. Now, you're probably saying, okay, that's great. I have to do a certification test that's due on the 22nd, and you just mouthed out something related to Google Classroom. I'm going to show you how to do it real quick in Google Classroom so we're on the same page. And if you do need it, the PowerPoint is up here, but I'm going to spare you that. I'm just going to go ahead and go right directly into Google. Make sure you have your Google spot. And what you're going to do is when you go here, when you go to your waffle, make sure you go down to Google Classroom. You can click it. I have a bunch that have been shared with me, but that's neither here nor there. You're going to hit this plus sign. You're going to create a class. Yep, I totally agree, Google. You're going to name your class. So we're going to do US history until actually I like 1877 better. It's a little more traditional. Section 1, subject social studies, and room. I don't know. Well, you can just make one. Oh, excuse me, hiccup. That'll make the YouTube the hiccup. And as it's creating, as you can see, it's right here. And you see there's all this stuff. There's classwork, there's people. You will need to invite me into the classroom, and there's a couple ways to do it. You can just send me an invite. You can copy the class link and send it to me. The easiest thing sometimes to do is just to copy the class code and send that to me and submit that, and I'll just enroll myself into it. But if you want to send the link or the invite, that's also fine. I'm fine either way. I just need to get into it. And if you see Jalen 1066, that's me. There's a couple others I have. They usually have Jalen in them somehow. So that's me if you see someone enroll in your class. But with that being said, once you create your class, you need to do a few things. We said you need to make an announcement. Well, if you look on the front, and by the way, you're welcome to pretty this up if you want. You don't have to, but there, I'll go green. And then, what did it do? The green? Hey, it's all theme color. And then you got the back. Let's pick a different photo. We'll do that. There we go. And as you can see, you can do whatever you want. That's not required, but if you want to, go ahead. Just going to make an announcement. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. I just want to see that you can work in it. Welcome to United States history until 1877. We have a lot of work to do. And just post it up. Boom. And it's there. Simple. Next thing, I don't care how you do this, but I do want you to somehow get a YouTube video in here. You can do it through announcements. You can do it through classwork. Classwork's probably the best way to go. So let's say we'll create an assignment. And as you can see here, move my face out of the way. You can add all this stuff on there, but if you click YouTube, let's just do George Washington. Or as I just spelled. I still think about it, but that's all right. We'll click this one, Mr. Beat. We'll add video. And we'll say GW video. Please watch the attached video and answer the question. Was Washington a great? I'm totally making this up on the fly, but you get the point. President. And president. Oops, let me type to that. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch on here. You can fill this in if you want to do it, go for it. I just want to see that you can attach it, hit assigned. If we go back to stream, as you can see, there's the assignment. I'll be able to see it. And you can go in there and I can, again, invite students and all, but I'll be able to see that you have the video there. Now, I said you had to attach a hyperdoc. Your hyperdocs are all right here. They're all through your Google Drive, which if you see the certificate, you'll kind of pick up on all this. Let me do this real quick though. I am going to go off of here. Let's hit Google Drive. As you can see, I have a bunch of stuff in mine, but if you go here, you can do a hyperdoc and there's Google Docs, there's Google Slides, there's Sheets. There's a lot here. Most people usually just do Docs. And I just want you to make something. You could have actually had a question sheet on here and put it in here. You could have students go through and do a Q&A on George Washington. For me, I'm going to do this. Please sign up to meet with Dr. Allen about your topic for social studies fair. Sign up below. And probably what I would do, well, I mean, I would just do like 5 or 6 times, but like 9 o'clock, 15. You don't have to go 400, but if you do a few, if you did something like that, or you could just do a sign up sheet where, you know, maybe you're just going, who wants to join theater club? That's fine. You just do lines. However you want to do it, that's all good. All right, now I'm going to title this, sign up for Dr. Allen. That is done. Now, let me go back to my Google Classroom. As you can see, there's some stuff here. I might want to go ahead and get this out of the way. Let's do another announcement. I'm going to go click Google Drive. And I'm going to click my sign up. I'm going to click add. So you can see it here. Please sign up for the social studies fair. I'm sorry, please sign up to conference for the social studies fair next week using sign up sheet below. Post. It's there. So you see, I got my things right there. Announcements, video, sign up. That's what you need to do, and then share this with me. If you do that, you're good for the Google Classroom portion. But just remember, there's 2 things this week. There's this tech. You have to blog on Google Classroom. there is a discussion, and then there is also this that you need to do. Now, again, you got a little bit of time. And if someone really gets crunched for time on this, just email me. It's fine. I do have the due date for 9/22, and if you can get that done, that would be awesome. But if you really get crunched, that's fine. The tech this week is probably your priority. This is something that I just think will help you down the road. I would like you to have it done before the 22nd or by the 22nd, just for your own personal stress reasons, because we got some other stuff coming. But I think this would be a nice, and like I say, it's nice for your CV. So anyway, that's the tech this week. So this week, let me go back one last time, and then I'll get off here because I'm sure I've been talking too long. So for our assignments this week, I like using the syllabus just for my sanity. We have discussion 3 from your book, Tech Like a Pirate, Meaningful Experiences with Tech. You have to do a Google Classroom development. I just showed you. You need to do a blog on Google Classroom. Then you need to do that certification. But again, the certification is not due this week, but you might want to go ahead and get started. I think with the time I had, like I say, it was roughly, the actual tech, I think, is maybe a little over an hour. I allotted 30 minutes for the certificate or the assessment. It probably won't take you that long. And again, the assessment score is not what I want. I just want to make sure that you did it, screenshot it. So that being said, that's this week. Thank you very much for my hiccup, bearing with my hiccup. You didn't actually give me the hiccup. And also for being my informal nature this week. Like I say, I was outside doing some stuff. I wanted to get this done. Hopefully, when you're watching this, you might even get an early start. I'll try to have this up by Saturday or Sunday. And if you're watching this on Saturday or Sunday, I've succeeded. If you're watching it on Monday and that wasn't up until Monday, I failed. So, but I'll do my best to get it up. So anyway, you're not going to know any of this until you watch the video, so I don't know why I'm even saying it. So with that being said, thank you all very much. I'm going to stop sharing. The work's been great. I will see everyone around campus. Hope your semester's going well, and have a good week. And stop by if you have any questions. It's been great that a few people have stopped by to check. So